Scientists saw the third interstellar visitor to our solar system on July the 1st of 2025. To date, this mysterious object entered into the asteroid belt, that region of space between Mars and Jupiter. As per scientists, it will travel safely through this area without causing any damage. Just like most comets, its speed is getting faster towards the Sun. And by a later October of 2025, it ought to have reached its complete speed of 152,000 goal. But this is the astonishing part. 3 Atlas has been puzzling astronomers with strange and unpredictable action since its discovery. It stunned researchers recently by suddenly shining much more brightly than it had ever been forecast to do, outright defying earlier estimates. No one knows what caused this burst of brightness. If you enjoy deciphering mysteries such as this, make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss space breakthrough discoveries. Still more puzzling is that when 3 Atlas was originally discovered, it didn't even appear to be a typical comet. As in comets where light is emanating from a brightly lit cloud of gas and dust surrounding it, light from this object seemed to be emanating from its own surface. This caused quite a large question mark. Is the body emitting light of its own? It even saw some scientists going so far as to speculate that it could be an alien space vehicle posing as a comet, although others posited its reddish hue and coating of dust might just be reflectively shining the sunlight in an unusual manner. But that was not where the mysteries ended. This strange interstellar object, as it came to be called, started behaving in ways we've never seen before in a natural comet. Its color also suddenly shifted from red to green, which is extremely rare. Then as it passed into the asteroid belt, its brightness surged. When it was first discovered originally, the brightness of the comet was quite faint, about 18th magnitude. Much more recently it has brightened amazingly to about 12th magnitude. To put this in context, in astronomy a lower magnitude is an increased brightness. So that is a gigantic step. Whereas comets typically bloom when they close in on the Sun, 3 Atlas hasn't conformed to a predictable smooth curve. Rather, its brightness has been coming in fits of unexplained flares. To make matters more puzzling, its green glow as an interstellar visitor remains a mystery. Comets common to our solar system glow green due to dicarbon molecules boiling off from their surface. But, incredibly, studies of 3 Atlas found practically no evidence of dicarbon. What James Webb Space Telescope did discover is a strange blend of chemicals containing an unusual amount of carbon dioxide, along with tiny traces of nickel as well as cyanogen. None of these have been known to create that bright green glow we're seeing. The molecule that usually produces green fluorescence simply isn't present. This implies 3 Atlas would have to be glowing green due to some other unexplained gas. Or as some brash scientists propose, maybe it's powered by an unseen artificial energy source such as a nuclear reactor. Scientists posit the sudden brightening of 3 Atlas can be attributed to the fast evaporation of volatile materials on or within its surface as it approaches the Sun. If a comet warms up rapidly, it can eject enormous quantities of gas and dust, so that it appears brighter in a matter of almost an overnight improvement. That's an outburst, and we've witnessed one occur with comets previously. Now, if this outgassing gets too strong, it causes a significant amount of pressure on the comet's interior and surface. If the nucleus is not stable, sections of it may break away in large fragments. Astronomers have seen this happen with a number of comets. For instance, Comet Shoemaker-Levy 9, which disintegrated into fragments before crashing into Jupiter. However, some scientists opine that it cannot be a coincidence that this object is acting just like a spacecraft in its trajectory towards Mars. Here things become even more intriguing. Recently, in an article on Medium, Harvard astronomer Avi Loeb proposed a daring idea. He proposed that 3 Atlas was not a natural object, but possibly a spacecraft from an extraterrestrial civilization. He said that this interstellar vessel may be able to emit numerous probes upon traveling through our solar system. And 3 Atlas's sudden momentary brightness can dislodge small fragments and fling them towards Mars just like a mothership that releases numerous probes. Or else if it is some technological device, then it could well move itself. We have yet to see such a move, but otherwise it could dump some other objects that travel to planets and it will go on its trajectory to the next star. He even hypothesized that the unexpected appearance of Comet CC 2025 F2 or SWAN could just be a fragment or a probe thrown out by 3 Atlas itself, possibly deliberately as it passed near Mars. Follow-up observations by Vibe and his team, however, revealed that actually this new Comet CC 2025 F2 is indeed approaching from a direction different from 3 Atlas. This would have ruled out that it is actually a fragment or a probe expelled by the interstellar visitor. Lowe, however, put forth that we mustn't eliminate the mystery so quickly yet. He suggested to monitor closely this unusual interstellar visitor so that it can still do something unusual as it passes near Mars this October. We shouldn't also forget that this object is stranger than a regular comet. Surprisingly enough, it came from the same region of the sky, direction of the constellation of Sagittarius, in which decades ago strange and unexplainable radio signals have been received. One such is the famous WOW signal, one of the greatest astronomical mysteries. This is an added layer of intrigue. Even theories have been put forward that 3 Atlas is actually no natural comet but might be an interstellar spacecraft produced by some advanced civilization to look like a natural comet. And to make it even more mysterious is its unexpected trajectory through our solar system. Its trajectory is almost perfectly parallel to the plane of the solar system, far too specific to be viewed as a random chance. Even stranger is that 3EY approaches a group of nearby planets. But it goes to a lot of trouble to keep away from Earth. And near perihelion, when it is nearer to the Sun, it will be on the far side of the Sun from us and will be obscured from our view. This also appears to be more than coincidence. If this alien object is well disguised as a natural comet, remaining behind the Sun during perihelion would give it a perfect disguise. As seen from Earth, the Sun will keep our instruments and telescopes from seeing what is happening in that region. This means that the object can change its velocity, its path, or even launch minor probes without being noticed. Light from the Sun would conceal all those movements. At the same time, close proximity to a Sun presents a good source of energy. As a natural object, it could use this chance to resupply its energies from the Sun or even have a refill in some as yet unknown way. Adding to the mystery, before 2017, we could never find an interstellar object. But in a time frame of less than a decade, here we are with 3 sightings now. Mua, 2A, Boris, and now 3IA Atlas. Coincidence, or did such visitors all along come through? And now we have finally refined tech sharp enough to detect them? Well, this combination of strange properties, a glowing surface as opposed to a regular gas cloud, a sharp transition of color from red to green, its highly unusual travel path through our solar system, its origin from the same spot where strange signals were earlier detected, and its unpredictable brightness increases lately has made 3 Atlas one of the most mysterious space objects to have been seen. Now that 3-2 Atlas heads further into the solar system, researchers are about to look at it in finer resolution than ever before. The European Space Agency recently released that it will keep an eye on it with high-end telescopes and radio instruments. Should the object be beaming out weird signals or moving in strange ways, it could finally give us some answers to a few of our most interesting questions. For example, could the universe be filled with many more objects of this type, stealthily moving through a host of star systems to watch or even spread life? Or is it something as mundane as a typical comet moving in strange ways that we just do not yet fully understand? Whatever is real, October 2025 is shaping up to be just about the most important month of space travel yet. But something even stranger is going on. Astronomers have been tracking the light curve of 3 Atlas, its changing brightness as a function of time. Comets generally show a predictable curve as they approach the Sun. But this visitor from another star is just doing something completely strange. Not only is its brightness changing, but it is pulsating in a sequence that evokes coded pulses. It has been speculated by other scientists that maybe it is a communication of some type, like providing coded pulses of radio waves to communicate through space. This is, of course, purely a guess, but it has caused fervent argument among scientists. Could 3-2 Atlas actually be transmitting into space? And if it is transmitting into space, what or whom is it being received by? To further complicate matters, some independent telescopic observatories picked up faint radio signals coming from a location in space that now happens to harbor 3 of the Atlas objects. Such signals might have a natural explanation, yet they are rare enough to cause eyebrows to be raised. Signals were strongest when object brightness reached maximum as well, as if 2 events were linked to each other. Do explosive light flares and radio signals somehow coincide? Or are we just observing routine consequences of exotic chemistry on an interstellar comet? Nobody knows now, but one thing is definite. This is an object we have never witnessed before.